The bulldozer went crazy.
But this project wasn't put together by city engineers or construction workers.
Just received a 911 call reporting that there is an out-of-control bulldozer.
It's the brainchild of an angry man with a grudge against a lot of local people and businesses.
They can't tell who's driving it, but there is someone inside.
The man inside this armor-plated bulldozer is Marv Heemeyer. As horrified residents run for their lives, Marv wrecks buildings and vehicles one after another. And he's ready to take on sheriff's deputies or anybody else who stands in his way. Heemeyer is an accomplished welder who spent a lot of time inside a secret workshop.
Yeah, it's all encased in metal, and you can't see who's driving or anything.
There, he outfitted the bulldozer with 2 sheets of 1 centimeter thick steel plate with concrete in between.
What kind do you need?
He has sealed himself in and taken off on a violent ride.
Pier 43, we've had automatic weapon fire coming from the bulldozer.
Inside his cockpit, he has 2 assault rifles, lots of ammo, and video monitors to help him see where he's going. A bank, a DIY store, a concrete factory, even the town hall, and especially the police department. The one thing all those places have in common is that Heemeyer feels he's been wronged by these people. He even exacts revenge on the home of the town's former mayor.
He does have armor-piercing weaponry.
Sheriff's deputies and SWAT teams try everything, but even armor-piercing bullets can't penetrate Marv Heemeyer's homemade metal and concrete shields. At one point, the driver of an excavator tries to put a stop to the carnage. He climbs behind the wheel and gets set to take on the armored bulldozer. But quickly, the driver finds himself in an industrial-sized game of chicken. Heemeyer speeds ahead, aiming directly for the blockage. Realizing his intentions, the driver attempts to flee, but the armored bulldozer gives chase, ramming the excavator off its path. Then it steams ahead to its next target. The excavator driver seizes the opportunity and blocks the dozer in. The driver hurries to safety. Forced to continue straight ahead, Heemeyer pushes his creation to the limit. The bulldozer finally grinds to a halt under the ruins of a steel building. Its engine has called it quits. As authorities try to get into the cab of his homemade tank, Marv Heemeyer takes his own life. It took officers several hours and a cutting torch to finally get inside the cab. None of the townspeople were hurt, but the price tag for this rampage was about $7 million. A Texas state trooper pulls a driver over to issue a speeding ticket. The passenger remains in the car.
Afternoon, Texas Highway Patrol. Can you step on back here to the rear, please?
Nearby, traffic is roaring by.
Hey, let me get come on over here. Let's get off the side of the road out of the way of that traffic there so neither one of us get run over. Ma'am, the reason for your stop today is for your speed. You're traveling a little bit too fast.
The officer goes to his patrol car to check the woman's information. After a few minutes, he returns.
Let me get come on over here, man. If you're up here and anybody hits the back of my patrol car, there's a good chance you're going to get caught somewhere in between that car and your car. I don't want that to happen to you.
For this Texas lawman, it's all business with an eye on safety. The immense impact launches the van onto two wheels, almost defying the laws of physics by not flipping over. The driver then pulls to the side of the road. The woman was unharmed, although her passenger was hospitalised. The car was a write-off, but there was one piece of good news.
Is this a rental car?
Yes, it is.
See? Just like that.
This is the aftermath of the biggest industrial disaster in American history. Almost 600 people are dead, 2,000 more are homeless, 500 homes have collapsed, and 1,100 cars are destroyed. This destruction was sparked by a small fire on a ship in the docks. On April the 16th, 1947, in Texas City, Texas, a fire has erupted on the SS Grand Camp. It threatens to ignite 2,300 tons of the highly flammable chemical fertilizer ammonium nitrate stowed in the cargo hold. The crew tries to extinguish the flames but has little effect, and the fire continues to grow. The local fire department of 27 volunteers arrives and attacks the blaze, but the flames are relentless. The firemen are unaware of how critical the situation has become, and scores of curious onlookers are seen only a few hundred meters from the inferno. Then, the ammonium nitrate explodes. Two explosions, seconds apart, detonate with the energy release of 21,000 tons of TNT, equivalent to the force of the atomic bomb dropped on Nagasaki. Emergency crews and firemen from across the state arrive to help. Much of the town is on fire now, and hundreds are in need of medical treatment. By nightfall, the volatile situation has taken a turn for the worse. Another caught fire. Firemen risk their lives to douse the flames, knowing another major explosion could detonate at any moment. The following day, most of the fires burnt itself out. Debris strewn across the city shows the raw power of the blasts. A barge now sits in a car park 60 meters from the water. Cars resemble a scrapyard. A plane that was knocked out of the sky in mid-flight lies in pieces. Every house within a kilometer has collapsed. Property damage was estimated in the hundreds of millions of dollars. 581 people died as a result of these blasts, and hundreds more were injured. Towards the end of World War II, it was feared that the Germans were developing atomic weapons. In response, the Americans set up the Manhattan Project to develop their own nuclear bomb. By the summer of 1945, the scientists were ready to test a plutonium fission bomb, codenamed Trinity. This 4-ton bomb is hoisted onto the top of a 20-meter tower at the White Sands test site in New Mexico. The seconds tick by as Chief Scientist J. Robert Oppenheimer looks on in anticipation. Despite all the research, no one can be absolutely certain what the outcome of the test will be. Some have even suggested that the nuclear reaction will ignite the Earth's atmosphere. Only one thing is certain: it will be a unique event. At 5:29 a.m., the Trinity bomb detonates with the explosive force of 20,000 tons of TNT. The initial blast is bright enough to temporarily blind observers not wearing protective glasses 15 kilometers away. Scientists at the base camp described the wall of heat as being as hot as an oven as it washed over them nearly 40 seconds before the roar of the shockwave could be heard.